Welcome, friends, to the next Bhagavad Gita lesson. Let's start by settling into ourselves and close the eyes. Let's take a slow, deep breath. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shanti. This is episode number 167, entitled, My Arms Are Too Short to Fight with God. And we're on the 36th verse of the third chapter. I'll read it to you. Arjuna asked, what causes us, Krishna, to do what we know to be wrong, even though we don't want to, as if compelled by some force? In my early days as a Swami, I was friends with someone who was in the pre-monastic stage. He was preparing to become a Swami. And he was definitely not a morning person. At that time, the men living at the New York Integral Yoga Ashram lived in one big room that was separated by curtains. And on the way to and from the morning meditation and Hatha Yoga, I needed to pass through his curtained area. And on the way back, I would often see him lying there with his eyes open, gazing at the ceiling. And we had a running joke. He'd say to me, I was planning on getting up this morning for the sadhana, but it wasn't the will of God. And I would reply, yeah, who are we to go against the will of Allah? On some higher level, what he was saying is actually absolutely true. I was compelled by some force to be at the morning practice. He was compelled by some force to be in his bed. Arjuna is raising some pertinent questions here. How much responsibility do we have for our actions? How much is unfolding according to a script already set, a predetermined destiny? And how much are we able to ad lib and use our own free will? And when my intelligence and my conscience knows what the right course of action is, but I can't resist the temptation to do something else, where does the power of that tempting force reside? For a reflection, think of a time when you made what could be considered a bad choice. Did you hear the voice of your conscience before the action, or did you right from the get-go rationalize why you were going to go through with it? And in retrospect, do you think that you learned a necessary lesson that may not have been possible to learn without making the so-called wrong choice? Thanks for listening. See you soon. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.